Anyway, we got a lot more coming up. Mortgage rates are leaping. So why isn't America's leading realtor worrying right now? Well, hello, Dolly. And welcome back. You know, just when we were seeing signs of hope for the housing market, mortgage rates started spiking. Now, spiking is a pejorative here. The actual 30-year rate is around 5.2%. That's a bargain compared to when I was buying my first house, but nevertheless, that's the fear that at an 8-month high, we got worried. Some fearing that this may send housing back into a downward spiral. But Dolly Len says it might actually help housing right now. Dolly, one of the top real estate brokers in all of the U.S. of A. Dolly, good, bad signs? What?
Well, you know, the interest rates were expected to spike, so it's not surprising, so that's a good thing. Well,
I remember, you know, mid-'80s.
It's an 8-month high.
I grant you.
Yeah.
But I can remember 13, 14, 15, 16% rates.
Oh, me too.
You know, so...
I took mortgages at 18%.
Did you really?
Yes.
You're not that old. All right, so now this. How high do we go?
You know, I could see it going 6. It's 5.2. I could see it going 6 without too much of a problem. And the good news is people who are afraid it will be at 6 may cut a deal.
Oh, they jump in.
5.2.
Okay.
Exactly. So
but then you've got everything has to fall into place. The rates and then the properties they're looking at, the buyers, the sellers have to agree, and then the appraisals. It's a mess.
Oh, the appraisals. Oh, the appraisals.
Well, those guys who were torn apart for being very aggressive and generous, and now they're going the other way.
No question.
Still the case.
Yeah, still the case. And as we discussed, the financing is still driving everything. If you can get financing, you're going to make a deal. If you can't get financing, you're not making the deal, and you're not closing a deal.
I've talked to a number of powerful bankers because, you know, this is a show that generates powerful viewers.
Yeah.
And seriously, they were telling me, you know, with the right candidates, they'll get financing. That's never a problem. Do you agree with that?
Yes, the right candidates, the very high-end, over $5 million candidates, generally.
No. See, this is the crowd you hang out with. That's all you talk about.
In New York City?
Yeah,
yes,
fine, but they're talking about in the aggregate, not the $5 million and over crowd.
Well, I don't think they're really talking about the 750,000 crowd in terms of they will definitely get financing, because they won't definitely get financing. We've had a lot of turndowns.
Really?
Yes.
That people used to get past before. So you're saying they're lying to me?
Well, maybe they're exaggerating.
Okay. Here's another phenomenon I've noticed. In Florida, we're getting reports of oceanfront real estate coming back, but just across the street, not.
Again,
what is that about?
Financing. The oceanfront people generally are part of the private bank of a bank, whether it's Morgan Stanley or Bank of America or whomever. The private bank has latitude that the regular bank doesn't. These are not regular commercial loans.
Not all private bank.
Oh, yeah, I'd say the majority. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you've got, I thought it was just driven by that, hey, you've got the more desirable real estate. You're right there.
Yes, you have the more desirable real estate, which is going to drive the more desirable buyer.
So you're telling me that the people across the street are losers?
Well, maybe in the spectrum.
Really?
Well, they're not as easily able to get financing, and therefore they're not jumping in.
So they sit and coast, and the others on the coast soar.
Yes.
So...
And we're seeing bidding wars in Florida.
I know. Mm-hmm. So now what I'm going to ask you, is that the order of events for a housing comeback? You know, these are the things that part moves, then the rest follows. It's sort of a trickle down. We
have a lot to overcome before that happens. We have to overcome how is health care impacting us, where the new tax is going to be, who's going to pay for them, exactly who's going to pay for them. You know, what the story is. People are going to have to be very burdened, and how they weigh their housing will be weighed by the other burdens. Right? If you're earmarking 30% of your income to housing, what's a 30%?
Yeah. Dolly Lenz, always fun, always fun, always good. And this woman has been dead on through this whole thing. Thank you, Dolly.
Thank you, Neil.